Hello, my name is Ed Frawley. My wife and I own Leerburg. This is a video on maybe one of the most dangerous things that most dog trainers, dog owners are ever going to have to face, and that is how to break up a dog fight. I did a video a number of years ago on how to break up a dog fight because I have a lot of experience. For 35 years, I bred German Shepherds for police work. Accidents happen, and I've lived through a lot of them. If you go to Leerburg.com and type in dogfights.htm, you're going to see some nasty pictures. Almost all of them, 95% of them, are of people getting bit by their own dogs when they try and break up a dog fight. So my IT people have a new program that allow me to add to that old video. And I think there's some very good information here for new people or existing people to think about. And it really all comes down to management. Now, this video doesn't show you exactly how to do it. I do have online courses where this would be a part of that course. So have a look at it. There's a lot to think about here.
It's one of the scariest things a dog owner can ever experience. It's pure chaos, it's loud, it's violent, so what do? Today, we're going to break down how to handle a dog fight, and we're using the method from a guy who knows what he's talking about, professional trainer Ed Frawley, with over 50 years of experience. And listen, what we're about to cover, this isn't just some theory. For anyone who owns a dog, this could literally prevent a life-changing injury. Okay, to really get how high the stakes are, you've got to start with this reality check. Ed Frawley has this page on his website where people send in photos of dog bites, and what he discovered is just staggering. It proves that the biggest danger in a dogfight often isn't to the dogs themselves, it's to the owners who jump in without knowing what they're doing. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to really dig into that hidden danger. Then we'll walk through the best case scenario, the two-person method. After that, we'll cover what to do if you're all by yourself. Then we're going to zero in on the single most critical safety move you need to know. And finally, we'll talk about the toughest decision you might ever have to make. Okay, Section 1. The danger you don't see. The first and most important principle in Frawley's entire method is this: your safety comes first, period. You have to understand that when dogs are fighting, their adrenaline is through the roof, and that creates an incredibly dangerous situation for any human who wades into the middle of it. And yeah, you're seeing that number again because it is that important. 95%. The vast, vast majority of these serious bites are happening to good people trying to separate their own dogs. This isn't some random dog at the park. This is happening in our living rooms and our backyards. So really, it all boils down to two paths you can take. The first is pure instinct, right? We panic, we scream, we shove our hands right into the middle of it. The second path, the Frawley path, is the exact opposite. You take a breath, you think, and you follow a plan that is designed to protect you before anything else. So let's get into the how-to. This is the best case scenario, the gold standard, the two-person maneuver. If there's another person there with you, this is, without a doubt, the safest and most effective way to get things under control. The absolute key here is working together. You and your partner don't just charge in. You pause, you each pick a side of what Frawley calls the fighting ball. On a count, or with a nod, you both grab the back legs of a dog, kind of like you're holding a wheelbarrow. Once you both have a good, solid grip, you pull straight back. Now listen, the second they're apart, you immediately start moving backwards in a circle. You spin. That spin is the most important part of this whole thing, and we're going to talk more about why in a minute. But trust me, you have to do it. And last, don't let go right away. Keep backing up and spinning until that dog is in another room or a secure yard. But what if you're by yourself? It's a scary thought, and it is definitely more dangerous. But Frawley has a playbook for this exact situation. He calls it the one-person anchor, and it's all about using your brain and leverage, not just muscle. First things first, you've got to grab a leash. You carefully get that leash looped around the belly or the waist of one of the dogs. Now here's the genius part. You drag what Frawley calls the pile over to something solid. A tree, a fence post, if you're inside, a sturdy door. You then fix that leash to the anchor, wrap it tight around the tree, or literally slam the leash in the door. Now one dog is stuck. That frees you up to walk around to the other dog, grab its back legs, and do that exact same pull and spin move we just talked about, getting it to a safe place. Okay, so I've mentioned it twice now, and for a very good reason. We need to break down this one single move because it is the technique that could save you from a nasty bite. This is the all-important spin. This is what keeps you safe. So what's the big deal? Why is this one little move so critical? I mean, why isn't just pulling them straight back good enough? Well, it's because in that moment, that dog isn't thinking clearly. It's all reflex, all adrenaline, and it's going to bite whatever it can reach. And that includes you. The genius of the spin is that it works on two levels at the same time. Physically, it's just simple geometry, right? A dog being held by its back legs can't bend its spine enough to turn and bite you if you're constantly moving in a circle. But psychologically, it's even more powerful. It yanks the dog's brain out of fight mode. It can't focus on the other dog anymore. It has to process this weird, dizzying movement. It's like you're hitting a reset button on that adrenaline-fueled reflex to just snap at anything. And that brings us to our last section. And honestly, this is the most serious and the hardest one to talk about. The hardest decision. This is all about recognizing when the risk to you is just too great, and the smartest move is to not jump in at all.
That's a direct quote from Ed Frawley, and it's chilling to read, but it's absolutely essential. Your safety, your life, has to come first. Trying to break up a fight and failing can end with catastrophic injuries for you.
This is where you have to be brutally honest with yourself. Take a half second and assess the situation. Are you a 120-pound person trying to separate 200-pound dogs? Are you physically capable of pulling one of them, let alone two? You have to think about this stuff, because as Frawley says, sometimes you have to accept the horrible reality that stepping in is just too dangerous for you. And you know, that really brings us to the biggest takeaway of this whole thing. All of these techniques, they're the emergency glass you break. They're the absolute last resort for when everything else has already gone wrong. The real goal, the mark of a truly great dog owner, is to never have to use them in the first place. And Frawley leaves us with this final, powerful, and pretty blunt piece of wisdom. Don't kid yourself. Once two dogs have had a serious fight, you're probably not going to train that out of them. That relationship between them is forever changed. So the question I want to leave you with isn't, how do I stop a dog fight? It's, how do I become such a good manager of my dog's environment that they never, ever get the chance to fight again? Because real responsibility isn't found in the chaos of breaking up a fight. It's found in the quiet, everyday commitment to preventing one.